When we factor polynomials, there are three types that we are going to see. We are going to see polynomials that have 4 terms. We are going to see polynomials that have 3 terms with descending exponents. And we are going to see polynomials with 3 terms with missing exponents. So we're going to go through how to factor all 3 types of these polynomials. So the first type that we are going to factor are the polynomials with 4 terms. So when we have 4 terms in our polynomial, we want to group them in pairs of 2. So the first 2 numbers are going to get grouped together, and the last 2 numbers are going to get grouped together. Out of my 3x to the third plus 2x squared, I want to break this apart and see what I have in common. So I have a 3 with 3 x's, and I have a positive 2 with 2 x's. Both terms share 2 x's, so I'm going to put an x squared in front, and that's going to leave me with a 3x plus 2 inside. When I simplify the negative 12x subtract 8, I want the inside piece to be 3x plus 2 as well. So I'm going to duplicate that over to the side, and I'm going to concentrate on the last 2 numbers. So the negative 8 in the top and the 2 down here below. And I'm going to divide those 2 numbers. So I want to take negative 8 divided by 2, and that's going to give me a negative 4. So between negative 12 and negative 8, they have a negative 4 in common. Now I need to write my 2 pairs of factored binomials. So one of those pairs comes from the 3x plus 2 that we see twice, but I only write it once. The second pair comes from what we pulled out and put in front of each of the binomials. So the x squared from the first set and the minus 4 from the second set. When I have an x squared binomial left, I want to make sure that this does not break down any further. So I want to try and factor it. So if I take my a term of 1 times the c term of negative 4, I'm going to have a negative 4. I have no b term in this problem, which means I would need factors of negative 4 that would have to add up to 0. Those terms would be a positive 2 and a negative 2. Then I would need to put my x term in front, so x plus 2 and x subtract 2. I also could factor this problem with the box method. And I also get x minus 2 and x plus 2. So instead of having the x squared subtract 4, it now breaks down into x subtract 2 and x plus 2. The 3x plus 2 will just come down because I was unable to simplify it any further. So my 4-term polynomial broke down and factored to give me 3x plus 2, x subtract 2, and x plus 2.